minutes to master, tools to explore. Let your imagination soar like never before. AI Tool Time with Rick McCawley, where your digital dreams come true.
All right. Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you, Claire. Thank
you. Yeah, they're longtime friends and lovely human beings. Thank you so much for being on the show with us tonight.
So we've got a app that we vibe coded 2 weeks ago on this very show. An AI-powered Valentine's magic. Your wildest Valentine, turning a card into turned into a card or a song. It happened. Let's make it art. And so this is available on wildestvalentine.lovable.app. And just for brevity, I'm going to say I'm feeling lucky. And it's going to make up a story and generate a image to go along with that story. And we are going to have some swans. Together is my favorite place to be. Spread a little kindness. And it says, Valentine's Day is complicated for a lot of people. If this made you smile, consider reaching out to someone who might need it. And so now we can either download this card or we can print it or we could share it. And if we generate a song, we can generate a song that is associated with it. And I'm just going to make sure that I'm sharing with my sound so you can hear the song because we want to hear the song. Your Valentine song.
Used to think you were the reason my whole world felt complete. Yeah, together was my favorite season. Thought our story was so sweet, but this Valentine, the plot twist hits. I'm a guest star, I must admit. Our chapter's cute, but now I see this whole time the story's me. Happy Valentine's to myself.
Happy Valentine's to myself. Is this for the lonely people?
Yeah, this there you go. So if you don't like it, you can generate a new version. And of course, we didn't give it very good prompts, but you could go in here and you could you can do this. But the other thing that I wanted to showcase today is something else that I've been working on. And Rick, you don't even know about this because it is hot off the presses. And I'm not going to share too much about it because I haven't actually tested it all the way through to production yet.
Okay.
But what I have...
So let's set this up a little bit because those who've been watching our show know Lovable is definitely one of our sponsors or affiliates, I guess. And Brandon is what do they call it? What's your title? Ambassador or something?
I'm a Lovable Ambassador, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he is doing this all day, and it's just storytelling, vibe coding. Of course, he's really good at it because he has a background in the technical parts of this. But this is literally, there's thousands and thousands. How many people are using that platform? It's probably the number one or two agentic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's up there. They are the leader of the pack in the vibe coding industry right now.
So if you've heard of Stable Diffusion for image making, if you've heard of N8N for vibe coding applications, Claude is probably number one technically in the world for technical.
And they use Claude.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Yep. And the reason it's so popular is because you can do stuff like this. So I don't know if you remember, Rick, in the 90s, you'd walk into like a CVS or a Walgreens and you go to the Hallmark aisle and they had that big industrial size printer and you could go beep, boop, boop on the CRT machine and customize a greeting card and they would print it right there in front of you.
True story. Both my sisters worked at the Hallmark store in Gainesville, Florida. I was Freddy the Frog for Easter. I dressed up in 100-degree heat with a full suit, right? And kids jumped on my back, almost broke me. And I was Freddy the Frog for $3 an hour, standing in 100-degree heat with a giant head on myself. And I have pictures to prove it. It was my second job I ever had. So those aren't there anymore. But we've got a vibe coded app, so you can do it.
Yeah.
So
I started to come up with an idea, and I started to iterate with ChatGPT, and I said, I really missed that machine. And the first thing I said is, anybody doing this? And they're like, oh yeah, Hallmark, you can just buy a card online now. I'm like, but that's not the same as personalizing it.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you could have these other companies, and they can do and it kept getting closer and closer, but I couldn't hit it on the nail on the head. I'm like, well, I wonder if Lovable could do it. And so a few prompts later, we have Vibe Greeting, and it's going to be vibegreeting.com. It is sending a card as unique as your message. Describe your perfect card, and our AI will craft custom artwork and a heartfelt message just for you. So first it lets you, and you can do this all for free. You can choose your occasion. So I'm going to say, thank you card. And I'm going to find a picture of us, Rick, because I want this to be really personalized. Okay. So I'm going to say downloads. So I'm going to find
So people that want to try something like this, go to lovable.com or lovable.ai.
Lovable.dev. Lovable.dev.
Oh, .dev. Okay. And then how complicated it is. So you just write what you want, and it pretty much does. And then, of course, you tweak it back and forth. You keep having conversations. Yep. So
if you have a conversation with ChatGPT, you can have a conversation with Lovable. So this is the nice thing. Lovable, in their latest update, had the ability to plan tasks and do some testing. So literally, I was doing something else, and every about 10 minutes or so, I'd come back in and check it and give it the green light to keep going. And it would go and iterate. And, before I had to give it some API keys for some backend software like Stripe. But before I knew it, I had an app, and it pretty much built itself. I mean, I had to put the guardrails on it, but, I can't even tell you how much time I spent on this app because it kind of wrote itself. But you're going to love this, Rick.
Since we did talk about Maltbot, it doesn't have the security risks that any of that platform had going on, right? It's not that kind of agentic.
No, we're using Stripe in the background.
Yeah. Okay.
And so, let's say we want to reimagine our AITV Starship with you and me
as an oil painting.
As an oil painting. And I would say, thank my co-host and wish him the happiest Valentine's Day.
Oh,
and I'm going to say, I could go heartfelt, but I'm going to go funny on this one.
Yes,
so I'm going to say, create my card.
That's us.
And it's using Nano Banana for the image gen and Gemini for the AI, Lovable Cloud on the back end.
Okay.
Look, there we are. We are an oil painting.
Wow.
Thank you for being the only person who can tolerate my tangents while keeping us on air and on track. I think that was written in your person. You're officially the best spouse, a co-host.
I'm a work spouse. I've never been a work spouse.
Have no idea what they're getting into. How true is this?
Yes.
Happy Valentine's Day to the guy that makes every crazy segment a total blast. So,
oh my God. And it really got the blast part too.
And I can even change the calligraphy here, so I can change the.
Wow! You're getting some design sensibilities going on here too.
And so here's the beauty of it. So and then you can continue. You pick the shipping details and pay for it. It's $10. And what the fulfillment center will do that I found that has an API. So I just got an API key and connected it. And I told Lovable, here's the fulfillment center. They will print your card. A robot will handwrite your greeting, and they will ship it out.
Like the movie Her. The movie Her. If people don't know this, he wrote handwritten, greeting cards for people that didn't want the robot doing it, so it felt like a human. That was his job.
Yep.
And they were beautiful
so Rick,
too. By the way.
Rick, after we get off the air, I'm going to get your address. And I got to send you this card to see if it works. You'll be my guinea pig. It takes 5 to 7 days. It'll be a little late for Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
But,
it doesn't matter. I'm going to be showing this thing off. That is so awesome, man.
And if it works, we're going to take down the world.
Let's go into the underneath the hood. So if somebody wants to do this and they have some real, I mean, this is potentially, so you spent how many hours to get to this level? And
I was in the top 1% of vibe coders worldwide for Lovable in the past year.
Oh, wow. Okay. But I mean, as far as to make this particular application that has monetary value to it.
Yeah, you're talking, a few hours. But this is the sad thing is, Rick, now this is the easy part. It used to be creation and execution is hard. Now that's as easy. But the challenge is, aside from you, Jeannie, and Claire, nobody knows about this yet. I mean, once we put it out on YouTube, now everybody's going to be going to it. But, that's the last mile now that I got to figure out is we've got all these great ideas like they've already been talking USA.
About. Yeah, they've been talking about one person will create $1 billion company within the next couple of years. So that's been out there. But there's a bunch of other $1 million companies to be had here too. I mean, so we started. These are all your projects?
Yeah, these are all the projects that I've done. I've got my own dashboard now. You can see all the projects that I've done.
Oh, could you bring up our Hello USA one in a minute, just to show it off?
But I want to talk about this one for a few seconds.
Okay.
So this site is Find Cheap Gas in Europe, and so this started because I was on a road trip. Yeah, well, Gas Buddy.
Yeah.
Gas Buddy is only in the US and Canada. And I was talking to somebody who does a lot of international travel. And I said, what can I vibe code for you? I've got these credits, they're expiring on Lovable because I'm running out of time to use them. Just give me your harebrained ideas. And I got a couple of harebrained ideas that were not appropriate for Lovable. But then I got one, my cousin goes, when I was traveling in Europe, and I had to rent a car, I had a really hard time because I didn't know liters to petrol. I didn't know what was a good price, if there was a better price. And Gas Buddy only exists in the US and Canada. And so I literally told Lovable, I want to build Gas Buddy for American travelers in Europe. That was the entire prompt.
Yeah.
And it asked me a bunch of questions in planning mode, and found some API keys. And now we have a real time, if you're ever traveling in Europe, you have a place to go.
Well, and that's the reason why. So you can change dollars to whatever the other currency is, right? So
it does it automatically. So it automatically takes whatever currency of the country that you're in and converts it to what the equivalent is in miles per gallon. So
they've always had very expensive gas. I've always thought, I mean, it seems ridiculous that they never came up with it because basically every business is this. You solve somebody's problem.
We talked about this. My cousin and I, we said, why hasn't anybody come up with this? Because they don't drive as much, Rick. You and me, we'll hop in the car for 2.5 hours, go across the state. They're like, there is nothing I would rather not do than and sit in my car for 2.5 hours. Just hop on the train.
In Florida,
what are you doing?
In Florida, we have the worst mass transit there is on the planet. Is Cleveland?
Yeah, but we still do it.
Yeah.
I mean, we get rush hour pockets, but it's not bad. But the point is that from the European mindset, they don't care as much about the cost of petrol, because they don't drive as much.
Gotcha.
They need to drive. They don't have the obsession with the American automotive industry.
Did you know the reason why the interstate system was created by itself? World War II, we were potentially going to be attacked by both West and East Coast. You had to drive tanks across country to deliver munitions where they needed to be. So there you go.
And actually, the original we were actually just
2 mules butt to butt is the width of our roads today.
Yes, and we were just at the International Exposition Center in Cleveland that they're closing, where they used to make those tanks. So that was really interesting. But yeah, Rick, if you want to bring us home with welcome home with Hello USA.
Yeah, in fact, this is a great place to end because we started with Bad Bunny and talking about how people don't even realize Puerto Rico is part of the United States, and this gentleman is a citizen, and they want to deport him. I mean, what sadness! And all I want to do.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if you've noticed, Rick. We now have Haitian, Creole, and Portuguese.
Oh, yes. Oh,
because
this is
Lovable
such a beautiful thing.
Languages.
So I've convinced two people, the National Hispanic Organization, I forget the proper name for it, excuse me for not doing that, is interested in producing this for real. So we're finally going to land this plane in welcoming people from other countries. So this down deep in my heart and everywhere else is that all of us, except for those Native Americans who were here first over 10,000 years ago, so turns out, maybe even further. In fact, they probably were as original to these lands as any human beings ever. We come in and we, take over and we take away and we steal and then we kill and, you know the story. So my whole thing is about every one of my students comes from another country. Every one of us does, right? I don't have any Native American in me, but if I did, I'd still be part owing the invitation to come here. Bring us, you're tired, you're poor, yearning to breathe free. This is what this app is supposed to do. It's supposed to make citizenship as easy as to attain as getting a pizza ordered. You got to know where you are in the process. It's got to be transparent. It's got to be fair and reasonable. You can't buy your way into a country. What do you get if you do that? You got people that take from you. They come here to do bad things. But if you're born of responsibilities for yourself and being a better version every day, to loving those people around you, no matter who they are, where they come from, however diverse their ideas and their opinions, all of our amendments are there to keep the plurality of the individuality of this great mixing bed and soup of humanity. Bad Bunny was not only a celebration of 250 years that we're going to be celebrating this July 4th, it's also a celebration of what it is to be loved. And to feel part of a community is where we built the greatest nation on earth. And I'd hate to see it go away because we stop believing that love is the only thing that can conquer hate.